So Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
this morning, and I'm very late to the party, but I played a little bit of the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 campaign.
You did?
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Okay, so go on.
Yeah, so I had some time to kill. I was not at my house, and I was just like, hey.
Sure.
This
Borrowed
person-
it from a friend.
Yeah, this person had Call of Duty Black Ops 3, so
Why
let's
not?
play it.
Why
Sounds
not?
like a good way to kill some time.
Little did he
And-
know.
Yeah, so just gonna describe my experience. So,
Okay.
You know, I go into the campaign. I see this person who's played a lot of this game. Hasn't touched the campaign yet.
Okay.
So I start very first, brand new start, and it loads up, and I'm in this weird box place, and I can walk up to things and press X,
Okay.
and
Got it.
it's basically like, check out your collectibles here, change your loadouts here.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, this is weird, and I start looking around. I'm like, where am I supposed to go? How do I play this game?
Isn't there usually a tutorial section? Or?
I don't know. Maybe that part had been done and it skipped that, but
Oh.
it was confusing as hell. So I was like wandering around a little bit. I go into this like little dead end thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, walk back, look around some more, and it's like start mission, like hidden under like a little like stairwell thing. It was
Well, you should have known that. I
It's
mean,
weird,
that's the start
so-
mission stairwell.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I go over there and I start my mission,
Okay.
and there's big movie cinematic piece with explosions and fancy stuff happening and explaining the world, and it was very boring, so I skipped it.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I get into the game, and it's like, hey, we need to go rescue the minister from this, called like NRC or something. There was so much like
Okay.
acronyms and like
You're supposed to know these.
stuff
Come on.
that I just don't know. It's just throwing things at me, and I don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you need to fight the bad guys to rescue the minister from them. So yeah, I start my mission, shooting people, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna aim down my sight. Freaking whips my character like 15 degrees to aim perfectly at a guy super far away. I'm like, why am I
Awesome.
even here?
That's
Why do you give me a controller if this is what you're gonna do?
yeah, so it's taking a little too much control away from the player.
Yeah, a little bit too much. You just aim and shoot, aim and shoot, aim and shoot. You don't have to aim.
You just said aim and shoot.
Aim in, shoot.
Oh, okay, I
Like,
gotcha.
aim
Oh,
down,
oh,
shoot.
so it has like
Aim
a
down
lot of
sight.
auto assist? Or?
Yeah, it locks on like whenever you aim down your sight.
Oh.
And yeah, there's no actual aiming. You don't need the right thumbstick. If you
Yeah.
have a broken controller, just go play Call of Duty. It's fine. So, anyways, I continue on, and I'm like, something's just feeling weird. Something's feeling a little bit weird about this. So I continue on, and it starts getting like bigger. It's less simple enemies because I'm still supposed to be learning the game at that point.
Yep.
I'll just throw in a whole bunch of jargon at me that I don't understand. And then yeah, it gets a little bit later on. It's starting to get bigger, and like there's NPCs that are like running around walls doing huge jumps and stuff, and it's basically just like, this is what you'll be doing later, because that's the whole selling point of Black Ops is like, oh, you're a future soldier. But for the first mission, you're boring as hell. There's a regular person with a gun.
Yeah.
And yeah, so keep going. It starts getting really intense, big explosions, and I start losing frames.
Oh no! What were you playing
Real
on?
bad. Xbox One.
That should be locked, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Oh dear.
It was bad. It was like, little chunks of section where it dropped
like
down.
Light
to,
Town
like,
bad.
Yeah, worse because it's like it's more frequent because like
Wow.
at least if you're in Blighttown, if you're like looking down into Blighttown, then you get a lot of
Yeah.
drops. But as long as you like try to look up a little bit more, and
Yeah, you're fine.
you can manage the camera. This, no, it's everything happening in the scene around you that slows you down. And you just can't do anything about that, and
Wow.
it feels so bad in an FPS.
That's
Like, when you're
sucks.
trying to move and aim
Yeah.
and everything, like it's just terrible. It was like one of the worst gaming experiences I'd ever had.
Really?
And I'm wondering, why the hell do people keep playing this?
Well, obviously,
Why
they're
are
not
they-
playing the campaign?
Why
but
are they making campaigns if like this is what it is?
If it's that much trash, I can't believe the frames are dropping like that. Like,
So bad. Oh, it's yeah. It was painful. It's a painful experience, and I don't know. Is that acceptable? do people find that acceptable? That's what my big question coming out of it was.
Obviously, yes. I mean, that's what the market seems to be saying. If the games are still selling well,
I imagine,
yes.
like, in the multiplayer, it's probably not dropping frames, and that's all people care about. It's kind of what I get is happening from the Call of Duty games, but, like, what? Is that campaign acceptable? Because it was bad.
Yeah, it certainly shouldn't be. But I mean, then you have something like Doom that comes out that is a great campaign, crappy multiplayer. Everyone kind of hates it. You know what I mean? So it's getting mixed reviews in that regard.
Yeah.
So it certainly seems like multiplayer is the biggest thing in the market right now.
Yeah. It just feels like, you know, the FPS games are getting more and more half-assed campaigns, with the exception of Doom and Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
And what's weird is people accept it, and if a developer tries to do the smart thing and say, let's not half-ass this, let's just do no campaign, then, you know, you get Titanfall.
Yeah.
And everybody
or like a Battlefront.
Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront too.
Yeah, it had no campaign. People were like, "Oh, come on, no, blah blah blah." Like, yeah. So there's certainly something to be said for both camps. I certainly think gamers are more entitled than they've ever been, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, they expect a lot from the companies that make them games. Yes. I think they get a little excessive sometimes when you get into people with death threats and things like that, which is certainly Call of Duty games are no stranger to that.
Nope.
They tend to engender that kind of fan base. That's fine. Bring it on. Come on. Come at me. That's what I'm saying to them. If any out there are watching it, like, come on. No, don't swat us, please.
Yeah, please don't swat us.
But yeah. So I don't know. Do you think it's gonna get any better? Because it finally seems like we're reaching a tipping point with the trailer being hated so much for the newest Call of Duty. It's the most disliked trailer on YouTube. Let that sink in for a second. The new Ghostbusters trailer exists, and the Call of Duty trailer is the most hated on YouTube. That's
most hated thing of all time.
Wow.
Not even trailers.
Yeah, exactly. That's
video ever.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's really funny. So I think this year we'll see Battlefield like take over from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'll be the start of the fall for Call of Duty until they.
Yeah, because conversely, the Battlefield 1 trailer is the most liked trailer of all time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe there's just some fanboying going on from either side. I'm not entirely sure, but that's pretty interesting. So it certainly seems like we're seeing a bit of a paradigm shift. And maybe it's a counterpoint to what I had said of the market says it's okay. Maybe they don't say it's okay. They just didn't have a better option. Or something. I'm banking on something.
I just want better options.
Yeah, really. Jeez. What are you gonna do? Roll the dice. That's what you're gonna do. Get it? 'Cause dice.
Yeah. Good one.
Get it?